narrated a sloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata chadyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. Yeah, what's the meaning of yada yada? No, not in Hindi. What's the meaning of yada? Yada means in the proper moment, in the most opportune moment. What's the proper moment? What's the most opportune moment? You know, for each and every job, for each and every duty, there is a best period, and that's the opportune moment. You've got a particular time for transplantation of paddy seedlings, and there is a particular time for harvesting. And that time or those times are the most opportune moment for that particular job. Here the Lord says, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bho bharata, yada yada dharmasya glanirabhavati tada aham, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati chadyutthanam adharmasya, adharmasya abhyutthanam bhavati, dharmasya glanirabhavati तथा अधर्मस्य अभ्युत्थानं भवति तदा अहं सृजाम्यहं, तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं, तदा अहं आत्मानं सृजामि. He says that whenever there is degradation of dharma and development of adharma, rule of adharma, regime of adharma, then and in that particular moment I recreate myself. Now what is the proper movement? What's the most opportune movement? As you know, in this universe of ours, nothing moves, no force, no expression, no manifestation moves along a straight line. The movement is always pulsating. The movement is always of systematic order of pause and start. There must be a stage, another stage of pause, another stage just following the stage of pause, a stage of movement. And in each and every order of our individual and collective movement, all impurities, all degrading elements, all fields accumulate in the phase of pause, and they are destroyed in the phase of movement. In our collective life, there are similar small pauses and small speeds. But in our collective life, sometimes after a long span of thousands of years, millions of years, there comes certain special type of pause and speed. Generally, the pauses and speeds that we find and the accumulated fields that we get in the phase of pause are properly cleared and proper speed given to the society by the great persons of the society, by the great personalities. In our philosophy, I have used the word Sarvipra for those great personalities. But after a long span, when this phase of pause comes, and so many fields accumulate, so many impurities accumulate, it becomes difficult for the Sarvipras to tackle the problem. It goes beyond their capacity to solve the problem. Under such circumstances, greater personality, service from greater personalities is required. And just to give a proper medicinal dose to that society which becomes just like a stagnant pool of water. Paramapurusha saith in this sloka that ayuka. When jada jada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, addressing Arjuna, he says, Bharata here means Arjuna. The word Bharata comes from two Sanskrit root bhags. Bhri means to fill, bharan, and ta means to expand, to develop. Bhri plus all bhara means feeding entity, and tan plus ta means expanding entity that helps you in your all-round expansion is ta. So Bharata means the entity that feeds you and helps you in your all-round development. Bharata. And Bharata plus no Bharata means pertaining to Bharata. This land of ours is known as Bharata Varsha. Bharata Varsha. In Sanskrit, the word Varsha has got three imports. One meaning of Varsha is Varsha, that is rainy season. Another meaning of Varsha is year. 1979 is a Varsha. And the third meaning of Varsha is Desha. That can be identified, that can be properly demonstrated or pointed out. That one is Bharata Varsha, to be shown like this. And Bharata Varsha means the country that feeds you as well as helps you in your all-round development. So here Bharata means a king. Arjuna was a king. So he is Bharata because it was his duty to feed his people and to help his people in their all-round development. So addressing Bharata, addressing the people's representative, Lord Krishna says that whenever there is degradation of dharma and wherever the adharma becomes prominent, becomes the dominating factor, and under such circumstances it becomes difficult for the Sarvipras, that's the developed personalities to tackle the situation, and under such circumstances I find no other alternative but to come over here. Tadatmanam sijamyam, under such circumstances I create myself. Sada atmanam srijami aham. Now what is dharma? Whenever there is degradation of dharma, deprivation of dharma, degeneration of dharma. Now what is dharma? First we should know what is dharma. For the word dharma, there are four paryayavachak words in Sanskrit. Dhriti, dharanam, dharana, dharma. Dhriti, 3 plus 16, dhriti. Dhriti means that holds an object, that is holder, holding entity. all your activities, all your physical and psychic manifestations are held or controlled by dharma, are controlled by a particular mood, a particular characteristics, and that particular mood, that particular attribution is known as dharma. For animals, there is certain dharma. For human beings, there is certain dharma. And each and every entity will have to adhere to the codes of dharma, to its own code of dharma. And under no circumstances should a man or should a living being or should an inanimate being deviate from the path of dharma.